Hey guys, it's Danielle. Happy Easter. It's about 7:30 on Easter night. Um, Not really all that much to go over with you guys. I think the biggest thing I want to talk about today is heartburn. I have been experiencing a lot of it. And the last 2 weeks I've had a lot of heartburn, and it wakes me up in the middle of the night, and it just feels like fire in my throat, and it burns like all in here and down my throat, and it hurts, and it's like a burn, heartburn. I don't really particularly know what it is that's causing it, but I did notice the last couple days when I was going to school. It was like get home from work, I wasn't hungry, so I would just go right into eating. I mean, doing my homework, and I wasn't eating until about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Um, and that was triggering, I think, maybe the heartburn a little bit, because now that I haven't been really doing that this week, I've been eating at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, maybe even 7:30, and I'm noticing that I'm not having the heartburn problem in the middle of the night, so I'm going to try and not eat so close to going to bed. It wasn't like I was eating bad foods or anything like that. Um, I don't know why it just started out of nowhere. I had also weaned myself. I was weaned down to taking one of the um, oh gosh, Pepsid. Pepsid is what I'm on. One a day, and I am back to taking it in the morning and at night again. And I'm gonna keep that up for a while still, I think. Still taking the Actigol as well. I found on Amazon calcium tablets. It's made by Solar something or other. On the bottom is in the other room, so I won't show it to you. But yeah, found that. I'm gonna start taking the calcium the way I'm supposed to. Uh, Hair loss still happening. I don't know if you guys, if those who follow me probably watched it, but the slideshow that I did, there was a picture of me wearing 15 junior jeans when I was in high school, and there's another picture right after it of me wearing 15 juniors now, 11 years later, and I don't know, maybe it's just me because of everything that's going on, but I think I look better now in them than I did in high school. But yeah, um, that slideshow was really cool for me to realize. Uh, 1 second. Sorry. Nick's coming over. So anyway, um, the slideshow was cool for me, to really sit back and look at all those different moments that have gone on in the last 4 months. The last 4 months of my life have been absolutely amazing, wonderful. I mean, they've been emotional. There's been ups and downs, of course. I mean, crying and mood swings and hormones and periods, but when I think back on it, everything has been amazing. The confidence I'm finding in myself, um, from physically to emotionally, to feeling, that I deserve certain things that I wouldn't have necessarily allowed myself to feel before. Ending some relationships that weren't healthy relationships, and starting some that, maybe they won't be, and later on, but right now they're good. Um, I feel like a completely different person, and I like who I am. I'm happy for the most part. I have my moments, but I'm happy. Um, I I can't express it to you guys enough. I feel like such an idiot. Like, I don't know. It's been a lot of fun. I was contemplating cutting my hair because of how it's falling out, and I didn't really help myself at all with the highlights because it really dried my hair out a lot. But I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to top it off. A couple years ago I went really short and I did like that angled bob, but I don't want to do that again. This is the longest my hair has actually been, since I was 12 years old. When I was 12, my mom actually finally let go of the reins of hair, and it's been, shorter ever since then. Longer now. Uh, I bought a pair of knee-high boots that fit. They go up my calves. I wear them, I don't have any like skinny jeans, but I managed to stuff my bootlegs into them and zip them up, and there's still room up around the top. It's really exciting. I don't have any pictures of me in them yet, but I will share them with you guys when I post them. Easter was amazing. I spent all day yesterday cooking pies, homemade bread, our homemade stuffings, just all kinds of stuff. And I did it all myself for my family. It was the end of the day before I realized, like, hey, I really haven't eaten. You know, I've had a nibble here, or, you know, licking off some stuffed egg insides off my finger or something, but really hadn't eaten. And so I made sure that I ate healthy last night for dinner, but I don't know, I wasn't very hungry. I couldn't eat a lot. Part of me knows that when I have days like that, I should fit in a protein shake, but I'm so turned off by them anymore. I feel like I can't have another protein shake. And they don't really keep me full anyway when I have them. I don't know. I don't know. Just thinking about it makes me all like... And then today we had ham this year. I'm still having a hard time with some of the white meats, you know, like chicken breast and turkey breast, and I don't eat the dark meat of those particular birds. So I'm glad that we didn't do turkey. We did ham, and it was really, really yummy. And in our house, the best part of, and you know, most houses probably, the best part about a holiday dinner is the leftovers. So I'm really looking forward to, I'm going to be bad tomorrow. I'm going to have a ham sandwich for lunch. It's not going to be particularly big, and the bread is going to be sliced very, very thin. But I am so looking forward to eating homemade bread. You know, it's an old family recipe. My great-grandmother made it, and my grandmother and my mother and me and my kids will make it, and so it was nice to make it. We usually use a 5-pound bag of flour when we're making it. We make up, a huge batch. I actually halved it this year, and I made half of it with whole wheat flour, just because, you know, it's supposed to be healthier. It was okay. It wasn't what I grew up with. It's not what I really want to continue eating, but I'm going to give it my best shot, just because it is healthier. Another thing I've been eating a lot of lately, Green Giant makes like those little boxed vegetables in the steam bags. They have a baby vegetable medley, and it comes with some kind of sauce on it that's good, and it's, you know, pretty healthy. And then shrimp. You know, we probably all at this point keep a bag of frozen shrimp in our freezers. I keep frozen cooked shrimp, and, you know, I unthaw it and heat it up and mix it with these vegetables, and it's almost like a Chinese dish, and I miss Chinese food like crazy. I have not been brave enough to actually have real Chinese food yet. Actually, that's not true. I did have some egg foo young, but that was egg foo young that I made here at home, so I knew exactly what went into it. It was one of Egg Face's recipes, so it was healthy. So yeah, life is good right now. It feels so weird to say that after, I don't know, so long of feeling like it's not. Elise is going to be home in like 2 weeks. I'm so freaking excited to see her. You know, today my one cousin brought over, my cousin's kids call me Aunt Danielle. They're my nieces and nephews. It's just how our family is. It's very old school, respectful to adults. It feels so weird being the adult now. But, you know, they call me either Aunt Dee Dee or Aunt Danielle. And 2 of them were here today, my nephew Joe and my niece Ginger. And Ginger is a mini me, only she's got red hair. But if you look at some of the pictures of her and you look at some pictures of me from when I was a child, like, Ginger does not, I mean, she is like the spit out of my mouth. And to look at her father, no, my cousin Josh, he's like 2 months older than I am. He's tall, he's very dark complected, dark eyes, dark hair, dark skin, and to see that he threw off a redhead, our grandmother was redhead, but for him, the darkest grandchild, to get the redhead child, it's funny. And I'm actually going to try to see if I can figure out how to post pictures of me as a child and pictures of Ginger. Yeah, I know they named their child Virginia and nicknamed her Ginger, and lo and behold, she ended up a redhead. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I'm going to try to post pictures of me and her, and then maybe me and Joe after the video. I also kind of stole another one of VSG Tanya's ideas. I have not really posted a lot of my weight loss stuff on Facebook because, it's private, and friends, people, not friends from high school, people from high school, and just people that I didn't necessarily want to know how I was losing my weight. Um, so I never really posted anything on Facebook, and I wouldn't really add anybody weight loss related to my Facebook. Um, there were only a couple of you guys that I added to it, so I actually created my own Facebook. It's Madame Danielle VSG. If you want to go ahead and add me on Facebook, you can find me there. Um, yeah, I'm like, the closer, I guess, May gets here, more and more of you guys are talking about Vegas, and I'm so jealous of you guys. I want to go to Vegas so bad. We my friends and I had planned to make a trip there for my best friend and I, her birthday is October 24th and mine's October 30th, and we always, kind of go balls to the wall for our birthdays. We planned to go to Vegas with a bunch of us girls in 2009, but then people started getting married and having babies, and we were planning this in like 2007. So 2009 rolls around and people are pregnant and they've got kids and husbands, and it just didn't end up happening. And so now to hear, I always wanted to go to Vegas, and now there's this huge weight loss convention going out there, and I really want to go, but I just financially right now I can't. But I'm kind of trying to talk my sister right now into like starting to make plans for 2013. I would love to meet some of you guys, and everybody that I would meet there. I would love to meet like everybody, these people who really helped me make the decision, these people who are doing it with me, and not these people, you guys. You guys watching your videos made me say, okay, you know what, this is right, this is worth it for me. And, on days when I'm feeling really bad, or say maybe I haven't lost a couple pounds in a couple days, and I watch one of your videos and, oh, you've lost 2 pounds this week, and it's like, yes, I'm so excited for you guys. Like, I would just be great to meet everybody, and plus I'm pretty sure we'd learn a lot being there. So hopefully for 2013, gonna make that happen. When I'm really hot. And maybe by then Jessica will have been able to have her surgery. My poor sister, she wants to have surgery so bad. And, I see it every day where I work. I work for a company that deals with DME, durable medical equipment. We deal a lot with CPAP machines and respiratory equipment for people with ALS. And I see people coming from other countries applying for temporary Medicaid, getting these expensive equipment. Like, it's not cheap. Like, we might get discounts on CPAP machines. I mean, they're kind of a dime a dozen. But when we've got people coming from other countries and getting, like, they're called BiPAP STs and cough assists and things like that, those are really high ticket items. And they get them, and we'll get a call from a doctor like, oh, you have to set this patient up because they're going back to the Dominican Republic in 2 days and they're not coming back. It's like, what are you talking about? I see this person's insurance. I know that they're on Medicaid. It's listed as a temporary Medicaid, and it's so frustrating. And then there's people like my sister. She has a job. She pays her taxes. She, struggles to take care of herself, and she's per diem where we work. We work for the same company. So she doesn't have the benefit of having health insurance the way that I do, being offered for her. And for her to afford it on her own is astronomical. And she doesn't qualify for any kind of help or any discounted insurance. So here's Jessica, really, really wants this, and her hands are tied. Really tied. And I feel bad for her. And it's frustrating. Like, I hate the way this country can be sometimes. My poor aunt, she fell a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and she shattered some of the bones in here, the 2 bones that connect, I think, to the femur or whatever. And, she had to wait a week and a half to get a surgery, a reconstructive major surgery, because of insurance. She doesn't have insurance in New York, and I don't know if they did it other places. My uncle, he woke up one morning, he was blind. And he's now on disability. Obviously, he can't see. Not much he can do. He was he owned his own business his whole life, but he needs eyes to do it. And this year they upped the amount of money people on disability were getting by like $30, which put them over the bracket for spouses to qualify for any kind of insurance. And I think it's so messed up. you know? Like, it's weird. I think that priorities sometimes in this country don't seem to really be right. And I'm sorry if my opinions are offending any of you guys out there. I don't really intend to offend anybody, but, you know, this is how I feel, and I'm entitled to my opinion. If you don't like it, you know, you're certainly entitled to not like it. But last week, Jessica and I, we were in New Jersey, and we stopped at Marshall's. I was going to Mr. Motorcycle's birthday party, and I wanted to get a nice outfit. So I was trying on a bunch of stuff in Marshall's, and there were some capris I tried on that were a bunch of different. I tried on 3 pairs of capris, and they were all different brands, and they were all size 14s, and they all fit, and they all looked fabulous. But again, they were capris, and it really hasn't been warm weather again. So, and not knowing really when we're going to have 65 and 75 degree weather, and one day in March was like 85 degrees. Not knowing when we're going to have that weather again, I didn't want to buy those jeans, the capris, because, hey, you know, by the time I could wear them again, they might not fit. So I spent $20 on them. So 14s, like, wow. And then go figure, I have a pair of 14s I bought on clearance for like $5 or $10 a couple months ago. They don't fit yet. So it's weird. I don't know. But, yep. The 16s that I had been wearing from Old Navy, I'm now able to like take them on and off without unbuttoning or unzipping them. And I honestly have kind of stopped wearing them just because they get so baggy in my bum that I don't like how they look. So 15 juniors and 14s for the most part, which is exciting. I can't believe it. You know, when I first was, you know, thinking about this and talking with a bunch of people, like, so where do you want to end up? I was like, I don't know, I'd be happy with a 12 or a 14. Nope, nope, nope. Who knows? I was talking with Noel today, and where do you end up? Like, how long did you guys wait at a certain weight or size before you were like, okay, I'm safe, I can go out there and really go shopping now? Because, I mean, I'm a ways away from that, obviously, but how do you know? Because right now I'm afraid to buy stuff, because in 2 weeks it's not going to fit anymore. But, yeah. Anyway, I've rambled enough. Everybody, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Easters, and Nick just got here, so I'm going to go. Bye.